It is time for the final 2 races of the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season. The penultimate race heads to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Myrtle Beach Speedway for the running of the Shore Lunch 200, some short track racing to end out the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season. Trey Rainey, the 38, has won the pole for tonight's race. Who's outside second is the 78 car of Landon Lyons. Then third place we have Roger Ray, fourth is Benny Watson, rounding out the top 5 is Luke Rainey in the 2. In 6th we have Mateo Montoya. 7th place is second in points, Zach Winkle plays a large ways back of our points leader. 8th place we have Charlie Davenport, 9th is Sky Commons, and Jaden Jacobs rounds out the top 10 to 37. For the rest of the field there's Zachary DeLello, who's outside Colin Teague in the 0. Then we have Mark Owens with Kashawn Richardson. Then there's Trey Wright and Riley Spurley-Tube. Behind them, Christian Vargas and Marshall Burrow. Then we have Julius Anderson with Jason Larker. Behind them, Derek Bouchard and Jake West. Then we have Jose Mills and Danny Bright. Joe Sandrovich and Keegan Thompson. Then there's Edwin Mendez and Sebastian Kukulan. Silas Orta and Steven Thompson. Then we have Mathis Wells and Ryan Brommer. Tyler Fink with Juan Garcia. And there's Nolan Rempel and Greg Graff. Points leader Nicholas Valdez over 150 point cap on Zach Winkleblaze starts at the back here tonight. Who's outside James Ellison the 30. Then we have Will Parrish and Luke Jones, and in 41st starting position is the 7 car of Evan Hunter. There's our 4-1 car field for the Shore Lunch 200 at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Let's go track and fire things up for short track racing in the second to last race of the Mount Dew ARCA Series season.
Drivers, start your engines!
There go the 41 cars rolling up the starting grid and leading the field to the green flag here tonight is the 38 car of Trey Rainey, and the 78 Landon Lyons, who's outside, will start this race in the second position. So will Zach Winkle gain enough points on Nicholas Valdez to have a shot in the final race of the season? Race number 23, we're going to find out here in race number 22. 30 laps at Myrtle Beach. We're green flag racing. Zach Winkle aggressive on the first lap, gets up inside the top 5, already to 4th. He'll look for 3rd as well. He put Luke Rainey 3 wide. Look at that 3 wide further back there. Kashawn Richardson, Trey right in the bottom lane moving forward. Car sliding all over the place, making contact. This is short track racing at its finest. Roger Ray gets by for 2nd, getting by Landon Lyons. Zach Winkle up to 3rd. Sky Commons for 4th now, as Winkle gets a nice run for 2nd on Roger Ray to turn 1. Look at Benny Watson. Through the middle lane, force a hole right there. They're looking 4 wide off the corner. Zachary DeLello to the inside of the lane down the backstretch. Watson wants to get in line right there. Maybe give the bumper to the 25 of Winkle. Now Winkle's up top. Sky Collins put him up there. Benny Watson kept him up there. Will the 25 find a hole in line? Currently, for Nicholas Valdez, he's gained some spots. He's inside the top 30 now, up to 28th for the 46. So it could be a lot worse for Valdez right now. He's getting some spots to go 3 wide on Tyler Fink. Almost contact made right there. Valdez out of line, making moves fast. Derek Bouchard towards the wall. Contact with Tyler Fink right there. Car into the wall. Charlie Davenport drops back in the 0-2. Look further up. There's Zach Winkle's down the outside, nowhere to go for him. Trey Rainey's pulled away from the battle behind. Some cars get the wall. Burrow won them again. Winkle sliding up the racetrack. He may get into the wall. That 25 looks like it is a demon right now. They're looking 4 wide back here. So the yellow's out. First time today. Caution is out. It races Trey Rainey's lead. It's Charlie Davenport. He's in the wall. A few laps to go. And this time it's going to be Terminal. The 0-2 has crashed here on the 5th lap of the race. That races the lead Trey Rainey had. And it puts Zach Winkle back in line in the 25. So let's see the reason for our first yellow of the night. Charlie Davenport involved in a crash. We said we saw some cars get the wall right here. As the 0-2 Davenport gets the wall, they go 4 wide. And Jake West, along with Tyler Fink and some others. 0-2 comes off the wall. Derek Bouchard is down there. Nothing really Bouchard could do. Davenport hits hard to the inside wall, comes back up. Hunter gets clipped barely. 0-2 spins back up the racetrack. Yellow flag comes out. And it's the end of the night for Charlie Davenport as he takes a hard lick into the inside wall. And for Nicholas Valdez, he actually got put up high as well. That kind of helps him as well because he was going to be falling back. So now he gets a little breather. Wow, Davenport took a hard hit there. You don't normally talk about hard hits at a short track like this, half-mile oval, but Davenport definitely took a hard hit. for Trey Rainey. Did not want to see that. He had pulled away to a nice gap. He's led every lap so far from the pole position. And Sky Commons and Roger Ray on his bumper for a first restart of the night here in the Shore Lunch 200. Coming back to the green flag right here. 20 laps of racing to go here in Myrtle Beach. Charlie Davenport out of the race. Nicholas Valdez currently 23rd. Zach Winkle currently in the 8th position, trying to gain some points. Trey Rainey, Sky Commons, Roger Ray, Benny Watson, and Zachary DeLello are the front 5, along with Kushumrich and Trey Wright. Zach Winkle, Riley Sprayton, and Mark Owens the front 10. Back green, front 3 get away. Benny Watson from 4th, spins the tires. DeLello and Richardson are there in turn 1. And Trey Rainey's up the racetrack. Commons trying to get there down the backstretch. Richardson out of line, DeLello for 5th. Up at the front though, Sky Commons pressuring Trey Rainey. Rainey's up the racetrack. 54 trying to get there, but gets a nice run. The 38 does off the top side. Rainey keeps the lead for now, but Sky Commons is there pressuring. Closest anyone's been to Trey Rainey this whole race for the top spot. Trey Wright will move around. Keyshawn Richardson, the battle's on for 3rd now. Benny Watson wants that spot from Roger Ray in turn 3. And Commons again on the back of that 38, pressuring him, trying to force Rainey into a mistake. Watson's gonna get clear for 3rd. Ray's kicked back to 4th. Here comes Trey Wright for 5th. Once again for the lead. Sky Commons sliding off the corner. Can't put the power down on corner exit. 38 has such good speed. And look at the crossover for 3rd. Ray wants that spot right back. Watson's up the racetrack again. Zach Winkle moving forward. The 25 trying to get back up inside the top 5. Currently going for 6th now in DeLello. Richardson towards the wall. Into it for the 22. He'll drop back. Keyshawn Richardson got the wall. Here comes Nicholas Valdez trying to get some spots. Luke Ray in the middle, 3. Look at Keegan Thompson being aggressive in the 3 car as Valdez breaks away inside the top 20. Zach Winkle wants more, though. He's in 6th right now. He wants more as Roger Ray blocks the 6-6. And look at that. Sky Commons has got around Trey Rainey, but that 38 not good enough quite yet to the back bumper. Trey right inside. Benny Watson back there. That's for 4th. Zach Winkle put to the high side by Mark Owens, the 43. Now can Trey Rainey stay with Sky Commons, make the move back? 15 to go, halfway done with the Shore Lunch 200. Out front, Sky Commons. Trey Rainey pressuring him in 2nd. And then Roger Ray's 3rd. Trey Wright up to 4th now, getting by Benny Watson back to 5th. And back here, some 3 wide. Look at DeLello, Spurley Tube, and Winkle. 25 up towards the wall and almost into it. For Zach Winkle, he can't fall too far back because there's Nicholas Valdez on the inside moving forward. Valdez up inside the top 20 to 16th. As Zach Winkle's on the outside with nowhere to go now. That 25 could fall back to the clutches of that 46. Up here for 3rd, though. Trey Wright's there, but up at the front for the lead. Trey Rainey is there with 13 to go, right in the back of that 54. It's a 2-car race right now for the lead. Unless we get a yellow, it's just going to be these 2 to battle for the win as well. Look at Rainey to the inside. Great corner exit speed down the backstretch of the race side by side. Trey Rainey has the nose, but Commons blocks it off. Shops that nose and keeps the lead for now. Rainey can't do anything with it. Trey Wright's up to 3rd now. Watson to 4th. Ray back to 5th. Owens in 6th is pouncing for a top 5 right there. There's Zach Winkle in 9th and 12th. Valdez 14th. The 46 minimizing the points lost. It could lock up the championship if all goes right here tonight. This battle for the lead, though, you can't get away from it. And this is some good stuff right now. Mark Owens for 5th, getting by Roger Ray right here. Trying to get by him at least. Ray trying to hang tough, but right there I think that 43 has the spot down low. Held the position as well. Coming around to 10 to go this time by. Is Trey Rainey just trying to save his stuff maybe? Not trying to wear those tires out and just save the stuff for one last late race run onto that 54 in the Shore Lunch 200. We're at 10 to go now. That's 5 miles remaining here in Myrtle Beach. Rainey led the opening portion of the race, got passed just before the midway point of the race by Sky Commons. And ever since then, Commons has held that 38. However, Trey has kept touch with that 54, has not let Commons get too far away from him in case that 54 does make some sort of mistake. Back here, the battle for 3rd has been entertaining. It's been swapped back and forth numerous times. This time, it's Benny Watson trying to get up into the 3rd position. He'll get it done, I think, on exit turn 2, but not quite yet. Trey Wright got a power move on the top. Is right there. Back there, there's a battle. Nicholas Valdez gets around Zach Winkle for 10th. And right there, points now gained for the 46 instead of lost. And does he lock up the championship because of that move right there? Valdez currently in the spot for the championship with 8 to go. Up front for the lead, Trey Rainey not letting Sky Commons get away in turn 3. Nice closing in. I think that 38 was saving his stuff a little bit. Let that 54 think that he's faster. Rainey's to the inside now for the top spot in turn 1. 7 to go. The battle for the lead. It's a short track battle for the lead. Sliding sideways for Trey Rainey. Couldn't put the power down. And right there, the 54 gets it back. And Benny Watson finally gonna try and clear Trey Wright for third. He does get it done. Now Mark Owens for fourth. 6 laps remain now. Commons pulls away to a nice gap now because Trey Wright got sideways underneath him. It's a classic short track battle. Back there, there's single file, some contact being made. Luke Jones out of line. Christian Vargas. Ray's falling back. He's in the battle now for 9th. Trying to hold off for 8th. Valdez inside the top 10. Zach Winkle back in line 14th, but it's not going to be enough. He needs to get by that 46 and gain a lot of points. 5 laps remain. Yellow flag would end at the short lunch 200. Trey Wright knows that he wants the lead from Sky Commons. Don't want to wait too long. I think his car's a little faster. The question is, can he make the move around him? Making some aggressive moves in these corners, some aggressive entries. Really slowing him up. I think he needs to take his time. He has 4 laps remaining. Sky Commons, defensive. Trey Rainey on the offensive. Back here, Nicholas Valdez for another spot. That's for 9th on Roger Ray. 69 handling is definitely falling off. He might fall inside the top 10. Valdez just securing his championship at this point in time. Unless something happens, that 46 is going to win the championship before Iowa. 3 laps remain. For Trey Rainey, he's being aggressive in these corners, going higher, swinging wider. However, it's not helping him. He's losing ground to the 54. Maybe that last-ditch move he made to the inside, where he got sideways, was all he had. Luke Jones to the top 5. He gets around Mark Owens with now 2 laps remaining. A mile left in Myrtle Beach. Commons up the racetrack, but as long as he doesn't do that too much, Trey Rainey cannot run him back down. Come to the white flag. In the Shore Lunch 200, Valdez, our championship leader, runs in 9th. As Zach Winkle runs outside the top 10, the white flag in the air, last lap in the Shore Lunch 200. Sky Commons trying to hold on, win. Valdez trying to lock up the championship further back. Down the backstretch for the final time in Myrtle Beach. Sky Commons got out front of Trey Rainey. The 38 tried to battle through, but could not get it to work. Off the 4th corner, checkered flag is waving, and Sky Commons wins in Myrtle Beach. And for Nicholas Valdez, the position he finishes in is the 9th position, and that should be more than enough to lock up the championship. Zach Winkle ends up in the 25 in the 15th position. So Nicholas Valdez, a top 10 once again, should lock him up the championship. First Sky Commons to win in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series at Myrtle Beach. Let's go see the finish results in the point standings heading to the final race of the season. Here are the finish results from the Shore Lunch 200, the Myrtle Beach Speedway. 1 caution flag for 5 laps, and 2 drivers led this race from 1 lead change. Sky Commons out front for the last 17 laps of this race. Victory lane for the driver of the 54. Trey Rainey ends up 2nd here tonight. He led the first 13 laps and tried to battle there at the end with Sky Commons. Benny Watson, nice day in 3rd. Trey Wright 4th, and Luke Jones runs out the top 5, with Mark Owens in 6th, Christian Vargas 7th, Keegan Thompson 8th, Nicholas Valdez in 9th, and Jaden Jacobs rounding out the top 10. Roger Ray fell there at the end to 11th. He definitely fell off on the later portion of this race. Riley Sprague up to 12th. Winkle fell down to 15th. And for Nicholas Valdez, a 9th place finish was enough. He has locked up the championship heading into the final race of the season. No matter where he finishes at Iowa, he is the champion. Nicholas Valdez is your season number 3 Mountain Dew ARCA Series champion over the 25 of Zach Winkle. It's been dominant for those two. Valdez has just been more dominant. For Jason Larker, gearbox issues put the 10 out of this race. You look down at the rest of the field. There's Davenport. He was out from his crash as well. Let's now go see the points heading into the final race of the season. Here are the point standings heading into the final race of the season. Nicholas Valdez has locked it up, 173-point gap. Zach Winkle cannot close on that no matter what he does at Iowa. So Nicholas Valdez has won the championship in the Mountain Dew ARCA Series season number 3. Zach Winkle is basically locked up 2nd at this point. It's going to be the battle for 3rd. That's going to be intriguing. Joe San George has 3rd by 2 points over Colin Teague, who is 4th. Danny Bright currently rounding out the top 5, but he's only 5 ahead of Evan Hunter, who is 6th. Trey Wright's only 5 behind him in 7th. Sean Richardson is 8th. Jose Mills in 9th, and Luke Rainey currently inside the top 10. Roger only 5 behind him. Steven Thompson, Benny Watson, Charlie Davenport, Jake West, Riley Spurleytube, Jason Larker, Zachary DeLello, Trey Rainey, and Mark Owens are the ones inside the top 20. Burl with 2 wins, 21st. Mendez with his 2 wins, 23rd. Brommer and Anderson, 27th and 28th. Sky Commons, 33rd. The win picked up here tonight. Derek Bouchard, 36th. For Mathis Wells, one last chance to get a top 10 on the season. He has not scored one, 22 races in. It's only Iowa left. Can Wells get one in the final race of the season? We'll find out as we head down to our final race of the Mountain Dew ARCA Series. We're going to go short track racing in Iowa. Might not be a battle for the championship. Let's get battle to win the last Mountain Dew ARCA Series race. the Advanced Auto Parts 200. I will see you guys then.